We're Student Tie Incorporated, and we're here to explain why Justin Timberlake will not only be relevant, but very popular in the next 30 years.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Cook, and I will be discussing Justin Timberlake's fan base. He has over 26 million followers on Twitter, which is probably the best way to determine how many fans an artist or celebrity has. But this doesn't even include those who are not on Twitter, like myself. And another way to determine one celebrity's popularity is through their album ranks on the Billboard charts. His 2020 Experience Part 1 album is ranked 11th, and his newest album, 2020 Experience Part 2, is ranked 1st. So that just goes to show how popular his music really is.
Hi, I'm Kyle Davenport, and I'm going to be talking about the longevity and the quality of Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake hires the best producers and writers that he possibly can. He currently employs Timberlake to produce and write his music. He also writes the lyrics for his own songs. He also tours and collaborates with famous worldwide artists such as Jay-Z, Pharrell, Christina Aguilera, and Drake. He also stars in major motion pictures to keep his relevance and to increase his popularity. He was in the Oscar-nominated Social Network, also Alpha Dog, Friends with Benefits, and he's currently starring in a movie with Ben Affleck called Runner Runner. What Justin Timberlake does when he releases albums is he makes his fans wait. Over the past 10 years, he's only released 2 albums. By only releasing 2 albums in 10 years, it builds up anticipation for the new albums, which makes his fans more and more excited and more likely to go out and purchase his new albums. What's most important to Justin Timberlake is that he owns his sector. Justin Timberlake set out to be the world's biggest pop star, and you could tell that he is the world's biggest pop star by his record sales and as well as his popularity.
Hi, I'm Josh Cook, and today I will be discussing with you Justin Timberlake's musical talent. Justin Timberlake rose to stardom through being the lead singer of the boy band NSYNC. NSYNC was a hugely popular group and actually sold 11 million copies on their first debut album. Throughout the entire lifetime of the band, they ended up selling 50 million albums worldwide. But with NSYNC's downfall came Justin's rise. Justin's first solo released album, Justified, sold many millions of copies and was nominated for a ton of awards as well. Through 2002 to 2010, Justin Timberlake was actually nominated for 18 awards and won 6 of them, several of them being Grammys. Though even to this date, Justin still remains a relevant, prominent artist. Just this past year, he won the VMAs for his hit single Mirrors. This just goes to show that Justin will remain to be an artist that will stick around for a long period of time.
I'm Stephen Costello, and I'm here to talk to you about the culture of the music world. The music world is a very fickle world, a very fickle industry to be popular. Justin Timberlake started being a popular musician when he was in the band NSYNC in the 90s. Nowadays, he's more popular for being a solo artist, being featured on songs, and releasing singles. The music world has shifted away from releasing albums and more or less to being known for the singles you release and being featured on other people's songs. Justin Timberlake's been a popular performer due to the way he performs. When he performs, he's a very enthusiastic, energetic, and very likable person. Another thing that people like about Justin Timberlake is the observable artifacts that he uses when he's performing. He's always dressed rather nicely, he's always dressed well, and he has his own fashion line to go along with this.
I'm Adam Collier, and I did the strategy planning for Justin Timberlake. Justin and his dad bought a golf course in 2007, and it took them over 2 years to open the course because they had to redesign the golf course. They used project planning while designing the golf course. They had to define tasks for people and employ employees to design the golf course. He used goal-oriented planning as well while creating a vision of the golf course. He wanted a vision of the golf course to have what he aspires it to be, what he wants at the end, what he wants to get out of buying this golf course. And goal-oriented planning is when you start at a beginning state where you don't know what it is, but you have a clearly defined ending state. He had to use environmental scanning as well when purchasing the golf course, which is very important. A couple of the environmental scanning keys that he had to focus on is economic planning, because golf is a very expensive hobby, so you have to have the economic aspects have to be in good standing. Socioculture, what people think with the natural environment when buying golf course, because a golf course takes up a lot of land.
Hi, I'm here to talk about organization. And Justin Timberlake has supported over 21 charities throughout his career, and according to the textbook, charities are a non-for-profit organization that's organized to benefit the public. And he has supported many charities. Some of these include Habitat for Humanity, National Kidney Foundation, and the Justin Timberlake Foundation. And the Justin Timberlake Foundation is organized to raise money to support those areas in need of a music facility, and he believes that music is essential to child development. The open systems theory is a theory in which people are influenced by the environment as well as influencing the environment. And one way Justin Timberlake has to deal with this is through the ever-changing music styles and everything. And to keep up with these changing styles, he also has to change his style slightly to maintain his fan base. But he also influences the environment by influencing other up-and-coming artists who will also put out music similar to his, but obviously not exactly the same.
I'm Alex Darling, and I'm doing the marketing segment of Justin Timberlake's career. He has made many TV appearances and commercials and talk show appearances. It's become customary in the music industry for artists to push their album releases on talk shows. He's appeared on Saturday Night Live numerous amount of times, and in fact his last performance gig on SNL in March of 2013 garnered SNL its highest rating since January of 2012. He has many endorsement deals including Givenchy, Callaway, Audi, Live Nation Entertainment, and Target. And his deal with Target is special in that he gave them exclusive rights to bonus tracks off of the 2020 Experience album in exchange for a series of commercials promoting the album. There's been a noticeable shift in the use of social networking in terms of advertising and marketing purposes, and Justin Timberlake used this to perfection to announce his return to music, and it gave him a sense of closeness and relatedness with his fans, which is very essential in a star's success. And if there was any doubt that he lacked the necessary marketing skills, those quickly vanished when Billboard stated that the 2020 Experience album was one of the most effective global marketing campaigns that it has seen in pop culture history. In fact, the album netted 980,000 record sales in the first week of release.
My name is Blaise Cosenza, and I was in charge of looking at the revenue streams for Justin Timberlake, and I found out that in the past 10 years he's only sold 4 studio albums, which makes his net worth of over $77 million. Justin really likes to diversify his revenue streams. For instance, he really doesn't concentrate on just the music industry and the movie industry to make his money. For example, he co-owns 3 restaurants in the United States, and he also has launched his own clothing line called William Rast, which is a very urban but classy look, which is the way he dresses. He also is a minority owner of the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies are an NBA team, and they are a very well-known organization. And I feel like with having Justin a part of their team, it will create nothing but positive vibes. And he also owns a tequila, which is called 901. He got 901 from the area code of his hometown in Memphis, Tennessee, which I thought was very creative of him. And then finally, he is an investor of MySpace. MySpace kind of fell off a little bit when Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter started launching, and hopefully with Justin being a part of the MySpace team, he'll be able to pick that up again.
My name is Matthew Connor, and I did Justin Timberlake's management. Now, like many artists, Justin has his own manager named Johnny Wright. He has been his manager through NSYNC, which was about 10 years ago. His strategy for his new album 2020 Experience, which has been 6 years since his last album. His strategy is mainly online marketing, which is through Facebook and YouTube. The technical term for this is a stealth campaign because he kept it a secret from the public, and when he released his single, he only waited 6 to 8 weeks instead of 4 to 5 months like normal artists do, which had a greater impact on his sales and his fans.
Hi, my name is Chris Kamadi, and I'm here to talk about what motivates Justin Timberlake. Justin is a very thoughtful person, and he's highly concerned with issues of all types, including social, economic, and cultural issues. As with most performers, Justin is motivated by his fans, and he has done many things to give back to them, including free live shows and numerous autograph signings. Justin is a very humble person. He claims that he is not in it for the money, and that it is just about, and he has been quoted as saying, "This isn't about the money, this is just for me. I love music," which brings us to the next thing that motivates Justin, music. Justin Timberlake's love for music has been with him ever since he was a young little kid, and he would not be the same without music. Justin's very sensitive to all sorts of issues around the world, and that causes him to try and be as good as he can in all aspects of life. Justin cares about people of all kinds, and his care for people and his love for music is what truly motivates him.
Hi, my name is Deirdre Connell, and I'm here to talk about Justin Timberlake's leadership. He is one of the most influential singers in entertainment. He is known as a leader in environmental sustainability because of the golf course that he currently owns. He cares about his followers. He's very inspiring to them, and that's why he has so many followers and fans. There are 3 points that Timberlake teaches us about engaging with people. One is to be visible. If you want your team to understand you as a person and not as a manager, and want them to feel connected to you as a person and as their leader, you should go where they are. So I feel like that's what Justin Timberlake does. He not only inspires his followers, but he kind of gets involved with them as well. He also has fun. He has been featured on SNL a few times and other talk shows, and he just kind of puts himself out there and doesn't take himself too seriously. And he is also very consistent with what he does as well, with his music and his movies, and his consistency also continues to inspire and to keep his followers following him.